Good morning, Pat and Janet. Good morning, Joni and Elizabeth. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Elspeth. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Marnie. Yes, this is the second pair of new shoes. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Cisco. Good morning, Wendy. Okay, a couple of things before we get started. There is a very, very, very good chance that there will be a class tomorrow. It's not on the schedule, but things have changed up a little bit, and I should be able to be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow. If you're available, come on around 10, and we'll probably be here. Good morning, Charlene. Some of you may have noticed, and some of you have already contributed. We put a post up about donating to the Poppy Fund for the Legion here in Windsor. The money goes directly to the veterans. I know it's a little bit of a trial to donate to PayPal. The one thing I do want to point out is as you're doing the donation page, after you put in the amount you want to donate, good morning, Jan, PayPal suggests a tip. I didn't do the tip. You go in where the suggested tip is and you put in $0. The simple fact that you're donating should be enough. You shouldn't need to tip as well. It's a worthwhile cause. The money goes directly to the veterans. The Poppy Fund manages the money, and when a veteran walks into that Legion and says they're on hard times and they need some cash for whatever reason, that money is taken out of that account and given directly to the veterans. And that's my spiel for today. So very, very good chance there'll be a class at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and let's have some fun. And as always, we start with that march. Today we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Toe tap. Left and right. Change that to heel. Turn that up just a little bit. Keep that heel tapping. Change to the other heel. Left and right. Change back to toes. Left and right. And back to that march. Hamstrings. And back to your march. Let's do our hula. Changing directions. And back to your march. And fingers. Press those fingers to your thumbs. And snap those fingers. And wrists. And bring those arms in. Good morning, Jan. Now we have multiple Jans in the room. And change that direction. And roll those shoulders back. And alternate. And forward. And alternate. Forward and back. Up and down. Alternate. And back to our march. Let's start telling time with our feet. 12, 3, 6, other foot, Bring it up to pace. Sticking to one leg. So for those of you that are new to this exercise, you'll notice that while we're moving this leg, it's the stationary leg that gets tired. And that's the one we're actually exercising right there. Changing to the other leg. And back to your march. Let's do our squats early today. Hip width apart. And back to our march. V-step. Out. We'll just do forward today. Out, out, and to pace. Back to slow and freezing. Back to your march. Let's tile time with the hands. 12, 11, 10. Hello, Joanne. Let's bring it up to pace. And back to your march. Quick drink. A little bit of boxing. Bring it up tall. Bring it back down. Bring those abs in and punch down. And back up. Let's bring this up to pace if you're able to. Bring it up. Bring it back down. Abs in, punching down. back up. Change this to your uppercuts. Bring it up. Bring it back down. Bending those knees slightly. Bring it back up. And let's bring it to pace. Morning, Susan. Bring it up tall. Good morning, Wanda. And down. Bend those knees. And back up. And roundhouse. Bring it up tall. Shorten the motion, bring it up to pace. Forward and back, slower. Shorten the motion, bring it up to pace. And back to your march. Woo, that was a good upper body workout. Bring those knees up nice and high. Those of you that want to work your core just a little bit more, you can do elbows. Or if you're having a particularly slower day, stay to the hands. And back to your march. Let's get those knees up nice and tall. As you march wider, it's more of a rock. And then march it in. And out again. When you march in, stop at about hip width. Bring it down. And pulse. Left and right. And pulse. Left and right. Now as you come up, keep that rock going. Bring those feet in. Keep that hip movement going. And back to your march. Quick drink. Four-step, help me count. 1, 2. Now by twos. 2, 3s, 3. I don't hear you. 4, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. Back to your march. We're going back to our 4-step, but we're going to do a grapevine coming back. Here we go. 1. Grapevine back. Change grapevine. 4-step. Are you watching my feet? It's the new shoes, what can I say? And back to your march. A little bit of swimming. And backstroke. Remember, turn your torso. And forward. And back. And breaststroke. Back to your march. So we're going to do a heel forward and a toe back. It looks like this. It's heel, toe. Let's bring this up to pace. Leaning forward and leaning back. And if you've got the balance and you're able, let's turn that circle. So I started this one with my right foot forward. I'm going to change it up, and it's left and back. So we're just changing that forward foot. Let's bring it up to pace. And the same thing, turning a circle the opposite direction. And back to your march. Toes out to the front, reaching nice and tall. Now the toes are basically directly out front. We want to come across the body. Turning that torso. And back to a regular one. Out to the side. Let's double that motion. Back to singles. And back to your march. 4 forward with the heel, 4 back with the toe. And clap. So I started this one with my left foot. I'm going to change that front foot. And back to march. Get those knees up nice and tall. And bring them back down. Up on those toes. Don't let the heels touch. Go for a walk. And back to your march. And roll those shoulders back. And forward. Forward and back. Up and down. And send those arms out. And bring those arms in. And wrists. Fingers. Fingers and fists. Back to your march. Let's do that big hula where we ignore the music. Every motion is huge. Change that direction. And back to that march. Hamstrings. And back to your march. Toe tap, both sets of toes. Both heels. So yesterday, Monday, we introduced a new way to move our feet to help our ankles work out. So it's toes, heels, toes, heels, heels, toes, heels, toes. Ready? I screwed it up. My new shoes won't slide enough. Can't get my shoes to slide. Quick drink. Let's go to the resistance band. I'm like a little kid. Whenever something goes wrong, I always have an excuse. It's never me. It's the lighting, it's the music, it's my new shoes. And those of you that have been doing this since April, or even later, know it's always me. Let's start with our favorite. Nice and long, using fingers and thumbs. Scrunch it up. And pulse when you get there. Oh, Joni, that would just be hilarious. Because as you can see what happens with cornstarch on this. 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 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 And pulse. Grab it in, toss it. Other hand. Remember, just thumb and fingers. And pulse. Squeeze, release. Pulse. 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Come on, put an effort into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2. Grab it in, toss it. Wrapping it up. Remember, the closer your hands are to each other to start, the more resistance there is, the more of a workout. You have to determine what's best for you. And out. Out. Left and right. Pulsing. Bring it up tall. Bring it back down. Bring it all the way down. Bicep curl. Bottom hand is stationary. Change that upper hand. I'm going to get my chair to finish my resistance band workout. Feet are flat on the floor together, under the legs, crisscross on top. Hold it nice and tight. Out. Feet stay flat on the floor. Torso is nice and tall. Checking our breathing. Hard part of this exercise is resisting the tension as it pulls you back in. have to resist. Going to do a 4 count. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, legs are always moving. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 8 count. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that band, roll it into a ball, and twisting. We could do this standing, but I'm going back to a seated exercise shortly, and I'm being lazy today. Pulsing out. Taking that band, placing it under the arch of one foot, and row. Torso's nice and tall. Arms and shoulders and some of the back muscles are doing all the work. Changing the position of that band, I'm placing it just behind the toes, and I'm going to bicycle. The elbows are locked. Reverse bicycle. Extend that leg all the way and pulse. Try to keep the leg as stationary as possible. Make the feet, the ankles, the calves do all the work. Pushing that toe all the way forward and then back slowly. And forward. And back. One more. And then, changing to the other foot carefully, we'll work our way backwards. Locking those elbows, all the way forward, all the way back. Oh! And that's why you don't put cornstarch on the bottom of your shoes either. Ouch, that hurt. All the way forward. All the way back. Oh, that one's going in the archives for sure. And pulsing. And reverse bicycle. Keep those elbows planted. And forward. And then planting that heel. Other foot is flat on the floor, and we're rowing. Torso's nice and tall. We are done with resistance band. I'm going to carefully take it off my foot. Get a quick drink. Hi, Karen. And we're going to hand weights. We'll start standing. We'll go to seated exercises in a minute. And palms down. Leave them up, bring them in, and down, and out. Turn the palms up. Bringing them all the way up. And bringing those feet about hip width apart. And really slow today. Stop by your side. Bringing one up, leaning sideways, not forward or back, just sideways. Leave this arm down. Feet are a little bit closer together. Let's do our ab work. Diagonal across the body. Keep the torso tall. Suck that belly button in until it touches your spine. Bringing it across the body and going the opposite diagonal. Bringing those weights down by your side and bounce. Try to keep your heels off the ground. And then doing this very slowly. So up and down very slow. And up. Then bring those weights up behind your head. These are called tricep curls. From your elbow to your shoulders, do not move. From your elbows to your wrists and hands, appear to be doing all the work, but it's actually your triceps, the back of your arm, the opposite of your biceps, that are doing most of the work. going to put one weight away. Actually, no. Keep them both. Let's do one seated one. Placing those weights just above your knee. This foot is flat on the floor, 3 points of pressure, torso's tall, and up and down. Don't lean. Keep that torso tall. Four count, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 8 count, let's give it a try. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more 8, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other leg. Up and down. Check your breathing. Should not be holding your breath at any time during an exercise program. Well, there's one part where we do that breathing exercise where we hold our breath. But during this part, definitely not. 4 count. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3. 8 count. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to discard one of my hand weights. You can do this seated or standing. Bottom hand holds the weight steady so it does not turn. Top hand turns counterclockwise, trying to open that jar. Changing upper hands. Remember, counterclockwise. You never really need a lot of help learning how to close a jar. Opening. We are done with the equipment. I'm going to change up the music. Let's do our stretching and breathing. Get a drink. Just bending at the waist, let gravity do the work. No pressure, not bobbing, not pushing down, just letting gravity pull that spine. And up slow. A little bit of a pressure here as you pull that arm towards your upper body. Not a lot. We're just stretching. Remember, in a proper exercise program, you warm everything up first. You do stretching last. If you try to stretch cold muscles and cold tendons, there's going to be injury. Placing your palms together, gentle pressure on the wrists. Then raising the elbows nice and high, we rotate forward, and we rotate back. Get my chair for my hamstrings. But before I do my hamstrings, let's do that hip flex. The leg comes up. Keep the torso tall. Now we'll do my hamstring. Going to the other side. Do that hip flex first. The knee comes up. Keep the torso tall. Try not to be rocking the upper body. You want the hip flexors to be doing the work. And then our hamstring. Itchy nose. Before we go on to our breathing, a couple of things, especially for those of you that came in a little bit later. There's a 99.9% chance there will be a class tomorrow morning, even though it's not on the schedule. We're going to do Latin for those of you that like the Latin beat. That being said, in the announcements is a chance to donate to the Poppy Fund, which helps veterans directly through this fund. So if you are able and so wish to do so, just click on the link, and it's all done through PayPal. I don't get any of the money. It goes to PayPal. They pay the Poppy Fund directly. It has nothing to me. One thing about it is, as you're filling it out, after you've made your suggested donation, they want you to put in a tip. You don't need to put in a tip. There's no need for that. You can go in and change that to $0 and then just finish filling out the form. I know a lot of you are very leery about putting credit cards up on the web. I'm thinking about doing an e-transfer thing as well, but that means the money would come to me first. If you trust me with that and then donate it to the Legion or to the Poppy Fund, I will do that. Just email me or text me or message me. I'll post my email address along with this video today. Let's breathe. God, I talk a lot. And in. And in. And that's it for today, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Latin Beat. Have a good day.